Like you wanna.
Okay, now have you ever been with a player? Take you downtown where they treat me like the mayor. Take you to the crib where you take it upstairs.
What's upstairs?
Shit, I'ma show you later. Don't need a spatula, everything catered. Extra flavor. Go ahead, sprinkle some truffle on your mashed potatoes. I'm tryna love you. Is you gon' love me back? You only get what you give. Ain't you heard of that? Look here, I don't ask for much. You know what I want. I just want what's fair.
On check 2, you know what to do. Wings, Whiskey, and Sports back again.
That's how you need to start off every
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was fire how you started.
Yeah.
That. I need every show to do. You don't even know what you did.
That's the first time y'all gave me some problems.
You're right.
You don't remember what you did.
I did.
Check 1, check 2.
You know what to do. That was the bar right there. You gotta be consistent. That's the key.
I'm mad consistent.
No, Benji, you're not.
I'm like Chef Curry out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? All I provide is consistency. Oh man, Wings, Whiskey, and Sports back again. We appreciate you for pulling up. What? He's ready for the toast already. Ryan Russell, Dr. Darrell Johnson, Christopher Terryton, Dye Smith got downs on the 1s and 2s. Shout out to George, man. We appreciate. We wish he was here. Okay. I didn't know what else to say.
Shoulder shrug. She was here.
Kanye.
Shoulder shrug.
Kanye.
Quick shoulder shrug.
I wonder if George is watching. Listen,
He's
watching. Shout out to George.
George, hit us up in the comments if you watching.
Oh man, we got a lot to get to, so let's get this thing started. What we going?
George is watching.
Do we got?
He said, "What's happening?"
We going draft first? What we doing?
Draft first.
We taking light first?
Roll that shit.
Anything pop off this week?
Spark that shit. What?
The toast.
I didn't get to that. I said I'm about to do it.
Daryl jumping in the topic,
That was my fault. I thought he just wanted. I thought Daryl just wanted to get the gender straight. That's all.
I was leaving it to the hostess with the mostest.
Clearly, I am that guy.
Just saying, hostess.
You just fucked the situation.
I was just saying. I was trying to give it. Could have been one compliment that goes left.
I was, bro. We always get a little.
That joint definitely rolling, and then soon we get a comment. This
We
shit
do a
just
little
spit like
banter before we do the toast at all times.
Oh man,
Stay
you remember how
focused.
you started it though, right?
I started differently every show. Listen, man, I'm special with
We
mine.
just said consistency.
But every
He just said that.
He
consistently
First
great.
just said
Consistently
that.
great.
He
For everybody that's watching, man, we ask that you participate. You know what I'm saying? We ask that you go ahead and grab yourself some libation. You're going to pour that libation in one red cup. You're going to raise that one red cup in the air. One time for the one time, fellas. Cheers. Jeez. Watch your own mic. Pause. Oh, man.
It's gonna be a show.
Good times.
It's football season, y'all. Somebody hit me up with a statement, and it kind of changed my dynamic. Wait, I'm gonna explain to you why I said that. I'm gonna explain to you. I said, yo, NBA playoffs is playoffing right now, right? You had Sacramento versus Golden State. You got the Knicks versus Denver. Boom, boom, A, B, C, D. And somebody literally texted back to me. Sorry, you're playing Cleveland. Somebody said, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. It's football season. And when you think about it, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of true. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
it's always football season. The draft takes precedent over NBA playoffs to a certain extent.
that's wild.
Which is crazy, right? It's crazy logic. But it definitely did, though.
I mean, in my mind, absolutely. I didn't watch nothing. I didn't watch no basketball. I was like,
So
series is getting closed out. I was like, oh, word.
now football is that deal, man.
That's how
They
strong
own it.
football is. Wow.
Listen, man. You a man of the cloth.
I can talk about football at any time.
Football is the only people that could beat out Jesus.
Nah,
A little bit.
you reached.
I did.
True, big reach.
It's not how much of a reach is. I'm pretty sure there's more football fans in the United States of America than there are Catholics and Christians.
Like, you want to give us
I
the
mean, I
number
don't know
again?
about
You want to give us the number again?
Son,
I don't know about
I'm
that.
saying.
You see how you
But I would definitely
You
say
was
on
just-
Sundays,
you was reaching.
you
That's
have a
all
whole
I'm
bunch
saying.
of people at the stadium. There's probably more people at the stadium than it is at
Then-
church.
then-
No, I
Not at
disagree.
all the
I
churches.
disagree
In the
with
same
you.
vicinity?
Oh.
There's 10 times more churches than there are
This-
stadiums, bro.
But no, but there's
There's
no
a
stadiums hold more
church
people.
on every
Not
corner.
every
though.
church. Not churches heard. It's like churches are like stadiums now, bro.
Listen, all you need is a prayer closet, dog. So, I mean,
What's the prayer closet?
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
church.
Go ahead,
We
Ryan.
gonna-
yeah, church.
We
You
going
know,
we gonna pray for
Jesus
every
know
last
my
one.
heart.
We gonna pray for every last one of y'all.
you know your heart.
Go ahead, Ryan.
If more than two of us gather my name, we have church. So it could be
Ooh,
church
where
right
there's
now.
two or more gathered together.
What scripture does that come from?
John 3:19.
One
Yeah,
time,
whatever.
one time, what?
3:19.
Ryan, I just learned something.
Is that correct or is it wrong?
No, it's wrong.
Are we positive?
100%.
Are we positive?
3:19.
Right now, are we positive?
I'm
said
not
it.
sure.
It's
You know,
sounded close.
100%.
I
It
wouldn't
sounded
bet on
close.
it.
Are you
It sounded close.
blaspheming?
I'm just saying. We know John 3:16. You know what John 3:19
Stone Cold
is?
just said you,
No.
you got your ass whipped. Awesome,
we go.
PCT.
I was right.
Let's move on.
Before we get to
tabernacle.
the argument
Second
part of it, there's a topic that I do want to discuss. So the draft went off, and out of 7 rounds, I don't know exactly now. I think it's like 290.
240.
99?
Nah, it's like 40 something. 240.
No, with the comment, I think it's like 99.
Yeah.
I think it's like 299 with the comp picks now.
Oh, all right.
299 people drafted. One of which
It's crazy.
came from HBCU,
Yeah, shout out to was it Jackson State?
Jackson State,
Yeah.
and your
Deshaun,
boy
was it Deshaun something?
Isaiah Bolden.
Isaiah Bolden.
Linebacker.
Isaiah Bolden. No,
Yeah.
he-
Zay
he-
Bolden. Yeah, that's what I got. I
Yeah,
get
Zay
Zay
Bolden.
Bolden.
returned to you like a special. I mean, he did.
Zay Bolden. Yeah, he played.
He
But
played
he also
linebacker.
played
Cornerback.
corner. Dion
Yeah, snap.
snapped. He had some statements. He had some
Because
things.
Aubrey
he said.
Miller probably should have got drafted too.
He said
It's
he's
like-
ashamed of the 31 NFL teams that couldn't find value in these HBCU players.
yeah, I agree.
I agree too.
I agree.
Had some statements, and I just want to get everybody's thoughts on it.
Yeah, I think. I mean, a lot of y'all. I'm not sure. I mean, I told y'all this last year. I was probably the only one on this table who was watching every Jackson State game just
Yeah,
because
you
I
were.
like the.
No, you were. Not,
No,
you
I
don't have
was.
to say probably.
No. All right. So look, I
Yeah,
know.
definitive.
So I
I've
know
seen
for a
one.
fact Zay Bolden was not the only dominant player on Jackson State. They had a couple. So like to me in particular, Aubrey Miller should have definitely got drafted. He dominated not only in Jackson State, but he dominated in the Senior Bowl. Usually, the whole point of going to the Senior Bowl is so you can dominate.
Right.
And like in that Senior Bowl, Aubrey Miller definitely dominated. He plays linebacker too. And for real, you can make the argument that he might even been better than Zay. So like the fact that he ended up getting picked up.
I mean, they're going, a lot of HBCU
yeah,
players.
yeah, I
typically,
mean,
they're going to be undrafted.
Yeah, so he's an undrafted free agent, but like the fact that he went all 7 rounds and nobody picked him was just mine. But I'm like, okay, that to me, it was like I feel like that's just a process of being at an HBCU as opposed like if he was at Oregon or something, he'd have definitely got picked up. So a part of it, I think, it's still a marketing issue. As much as Deion tried to put him on the map, it's still a marketing issue.
I really don't know what the issue is. Like they still, I mean,
You didn't see him enough.
that
It's a
could- yeah, that's true.
competition issue too. Like
They dominated though.
you're dominating
If you're dominating everybody,
lower level competition.
Carson Wentz
Quarterback, no.
went number
Now-
2
now I will
in
give-
a
now-
D2.
Now, I will give you
on
that
some
too.
real-
No, it's
I
some
will
D2
give you
players
that
that
too.
made.
That's
that
what I'm
made
saying,
impact.
like,
I will give you that as well.
You can't
I will
tell
give you that as well.
You can't tell me that's not the same. That's the same thing, right?
I don't know.
D2,
No, it's
come on, man.
There's some D2 schools that
Shippensburg and Bloom plays D2.
I don't feel like I feel like D2 probably D2 players probably get drafted to the same.
But you get
no,
like
randomness as
D2,
Nah, I
1 double A,
disagree.
like it's like yeah.
I know-
It's like
I know
separate from
Atlanta took a Shippens. Atlanta took it.
He didn't get drafted.
undrafted free agent.
And he came from Canada
Right,
too.
yeah.
I know that. I
He
know
took
that we had a
Canada,
player from
too.
Bloomsburg who was taken
Probably
by the
IUP
Saints.
IUP
IUP
had
the
a-
Cowboys.
oh,
The Cowboys took somebody from
Yeah,
IUP.
a couple players.
Yeah, Cowboys took somebody from IUP. I'm
No,
saying,
so
like,
We had a lineman that played
you got to
for the
make
Eagles in the
because a lot of I feel like the boy for IUP was undrafted free agent.
no,
He
my-
wasn't drafted.
the one for the Cowboys,
Bloom,
the cornerback.
tackle, he wasn't drafted.
He
Brent wasn't drafted.
The Cowboys drafted. I know the
Bloom
one
wasn't drafted.
IUP
Reggie.
had a
IUP
player
was not
drafted.
drafted.
He got like an African name.
Yeah, IUP had a
Awusa.
player
He was a cornerback at IUP. We drafted him fourth round.
Yeah,
From IUP.
So I'm just saying, like, I
the
think
boy Jari, he got drafted
Jari-
fourth
Jari
round.
got drafted, yes,
Fourth
right.
round though.
But it's foreign. It's few and far. It's not like D2 players. Just
But my point is that we can name somebody every
Reggie
year.
Wells.
no, you can name somebody from D2 player that got drafted.
I mean,
Yeah,
I can't think of it this year.
That's my point.
Somebody, no, that's
You can't
not
say
true.
it every
Somebody from North Dakota State probably definitely got drafted this year, bro.
No,
Somebody got
actually,
drafted.
the best player from North Dakota State was a defensive tackle, and he's an undrafted free agent.
I had to check, bro. I promise you, somebody from D2 get drafted. It
I'm
happens every year.
I'm sure there is.
But the thing is, like,
Is it
only
more
one.
than one?
Is more than one HBCU
Is it
player?
more than one D2 player that got drafted this year?
I think so. I don't got the numbers to prove
But
it.
they get. I mean,
I think so.
they
I
get to the
personally
league,
think
so then they do get to the league in undrafted capacities. So to that point, is it the marketing? Is it them not being
It's
recognized enough? But do I also think that like the NFL scouts will go anywhere to find anybody?
Yeah.
Like
It should.
that's what I'm saying. Do they?
They
Like
don't.
I don't know if they are or not. Because like I would think that you would go far and wide. You can find a motherfucker in the Philippines playing rugby or wherever the fuck.
But also, you got to think
like,
with the
you can find
with the
anybody.
transfer portal now, though, even the best players that's in HBCUs,
And
guess
then-
what they're
Can't
gonna
go
do?
somewhere.
Now, let me-
I'm going to leave and go to a D1. So
I get to my point now because Christian kind of just made it for me. I feel like Dion is the wrong messenger at this point because
Yeah.
you left the
You
HBCU.
left- yep.
Not only did you leave HBCU, you took all the best players that probably would have got drafted from HBCU.
absolutely, yep.
So now those same players are going to get drafted from Colorado instead of Jackson State. So I'm confused as what I didn't understand his logic because when Dion, like, I gave Dion a lot of props.
Is that
He
the
brought-
luggage?
He brought
that was the luggage.
That was the
You
luggage.
that was the luggage.
He brought a lot of
He brought the
notoriety to the situation, right?
Yeah,
Like
yep.
the boom, boom, boom. But at the same time, if one of his goals was to increase the draft percentage of HBCUs, he just heard it.
Yeah, he took everybody
He took-
else out there.
Everybody that would have got drafted from HBCU that you thought he took all of them to a predominantly white school.
Mhm.
So I didn't understand his beef. I guess somebody had to say it, and I guess he was the only one to say it at that point. But I feel like at that point, Dion, you lost
hypocrite.
the credibility.
Yeah,
You're a
you're a
hypocrite.
hypocrite.
It's kind of
'cause you-
hypocritical, right?
Absolutely.
Because you just heard
You did the same
you-
thing.
right.
So you passed up on HBCU experience to go to the D1 anyway. So shit, you did the same thing.
They say, "Hey,
Yeah.
come with me. Come with me."
Like
Yeah, so-
I just didn't like I said, for me, it was weird coming from him. Like, because at that point in time, to me, he already made
Had somebody else said it, would it have made
Eddie
sense?
George,
Yeah, Eddie
somebody
George,
like that.
yeah.
Somebody that was still
Eddie
in the
Griffin,
mix.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I get it. He
Sometimes
probably
the messenger
he probably
can
is
fuck up
right
the message.
though. He probably is right. Like, there's probably more people from. I'm sure there's.
Right.
Well, first of all, the draft in itself. Before we can get to it, 75% is you draft the wrong person.
Oh, hell
right?
yeah.
I'm probably higher than that if we actually look at the hit rate on what you talk about, like NFL stars or actually people that make it through the league, as opposed to the amount of people drafted. It's probably lower than that, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, like, if my hit rate is that low, guess where I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go where the potential for the best players come from.
Yeah.
Makes the most sense, most logic from it. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's not Jackson State. You know what I'm saying? It ain't Jackson State. It ain't
True.
North Carolina A&T.
Yeah.
These are facts. I mean, these are
Ohio
facts.
State and all.
What I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cheney.
these are facts.
If people really want to change, another thing I noticed that kind of, I was like, this is part of the reason why HBCU players don't get drafted, right? HBCUs, for some reason, in my mind, and this is partially NFL fault, partially fault, they have their own combine.
2 players from Division II got drafted this recent draft.
And one player got drafted from HBCU.
Yeah.
So kind
I'm just saying. I knew it's an average of some people getting there, but it's not a lot. It's freaking
a
low.
lot of time to prove it.
I did prove you wrong, but it's like great.
Did you?
Okay.
Um,
Says 0.
I didn't say zero. I said how many. So they have their own combine,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
And they do this because they want to limit the exposure that the competition, because they want only their players to get exposed, right? But at the same time, we see players all the time get drafted just because of the
A
combine.
great combine,
Right?
Yeah.
So let's just have a joint combine, And if they have an athletic profile
Yep.
that demands they get drafted, if I run a faster 40 time than fucking Zay Flowers, and I got like, oh, guess what? Now I got eyeballs to the situation. You know what I'm saying? And also part of the
Then I gotta
part,
look. Now I'm gonna go look at the tape and see
Yeah.
what's up.
because part, and also you know who runs the combine? The NFL.
Oh yeah.
You know who runs the HBCU combine? The HBCU. So it's like, okay, of course, like it's different.
So like, but you have to be invited to the combine, right?
That's why I say it's partially both.
That's what I'm just trying to figure out like how
they
they even
need to
work.
invite more.
NFL players are at the HBCU combine. That's the point. All 32 teams are at the HBCU
Scouts.
combine.
I'm talking about it's not ran by the NFL.
I got you.
That's- it's
But
two
they're-
different
but
things.
they're there.
Okay, and if I'm Jerry Jones, I'm sending Steve from accounting
Right.
to the HBCU combine while I'm sending Jerry, who's my next GM, to the NFL combine. It's a difference.
Okay.
It's a difference in terms of in my mind. Am I wrong? You think I'm wrong? in that?
No. That's fair.
So like it's a difference in terms of pull. So get rid of the HBCU combine.
Who's got
NFL should invite more people. Invite the top. You can. I feel like that's something. That's something that Deion could have meant or dictated or put forth. Listen, the top 50, 60 recruits from the HBCU got to get
Yeah.
invited to the combine,
Yeah.
right?
It's not like these motherfuckers don't got time.
That's what
They
I'm
don't
saying.
Have like the
And then if you
effort,
want to
like,
do, and here's the crazy thing,
combine is
you
all
still got a
day
pro
long.
day. You still got pro days that you can do your own thing, but it shouldn't be two different combines. Is my point.
Right.
No thoughts.
That's a lie. Shut
What?
the hell up.
Yeah,
That's-
shut-
that's-
shut- shut
that's
up.
not-
Arena John.
Don texting dumb crap.
What do you text?
Look at him.
What do you text?
I
I hope your stomach fall out.
thought you was reading.
Damn.
I think you was reading Rob's thing.
What Don say?
I'm just texting dumb crap.
He said that the Eagles signed.
There was a,
Hey,
there was a post that said
Eagles
that
signed who?
Z.
Ezekiel Elliott to a 1-year deal.
Wow.
What Rob say?
Rob just say Steve is talking stupid.
All right, moving right along.
Ram got to steal the draft. Some stupid shit.
Yo, we gonna talk about Deion. These 41 people out in the transfer portal.
I think we kind of talked about
We
that
did
last
talk
week.
about already.
Well, it's increased since last week. Last week it
But
was
what-
like.
why
So
though?
is he an a-hole?
I
Does
feel
he,
like
is he got
I feel like
favoritism?
I feel like
They
he.
brought a new player. They said, "Oh,
It's two. One, I think he.
Do you believe all them players is better than some of them
No,
boys?
I don't.
I
Here's the
don't.
crazy
I
thing.
don't think so.
no."
I think he
He being an
he
a-hole.
wanted to drive
He wanted to be a-hole.
a flip of the script to a certain extent, and I think it just exported. So he might have been the a-hole, but it just exceeded what he's expected. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't care what nobody say, 40, 50 players to replace on a college football team is a lot.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care how much luggage you bring. with
You better bring the whole Jackson State with you.
You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, like, they was 1-11.
Okay. Do you think Colorado would have beat Jackson State last year?
Maybe.
No,
That's no. That's good enough for me.
I mean,
The
maybe.
question is, if it's not
Maybe.
definitively yes,
You're right.
then me transporting the entire Jackson State team don't mean they ain't gonna be 1-11 this year.
This is facts. This
That's
is
all I'm
facts.
saying.
This is a fact.
I don't need it to be a yes. I don't need to be a hell yes. It's
How
a
many did he
maybe.
bring with him though?
Like 7.
7.
It wasn't a lot.
but he on some. But he.
But I
is
can
on
tell
some-
you 3
Yeah. I mean,
It's absolutely
he brought some
was
real,
the top
some real
when
players.
it came out of class. So they
Yeah,
are
yeah,
really.
but my thing is
They
like,
better be. But
like-
they better be.
but some of the players that was
They better not
there.
be trash.
No, the young
some of the
boy
players that was
number one
there-
in this country.
He better not be trash.
You talking about
Hunter-
the corner run, right?
Hunter, he,
Well,
the-
Connor, yeah, he's special.
that's what I'm
He
saying.
better not be trash. Is all I'm saying.
No, he's not
He's
trash.
not special. Everybody wanted him.
Everybody won it.
Everybody
He
wanted him.
gets- I'm cool if he gets starting out here getting smoked.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
will ruin everything.
Nah, he played both sides on the
Yeah,
spring
yeah.
game. He was
He ain't
giving
gonna-
him
yeah,
he was
he
giving
ain't
him
gonna-
business at the spring
I
game.
think Deion is also overestimated his influence when you talk about 4 and 5 star recruits. Like they come in with a different type of ego. Like,
Yeah, he is
bro.
talking. He acting crazy.
I'm the
You-
top
like-
rated.
like you
you gonna
definitely-
kick me out because I got white socks. Cool, I'm gonna go. Let me hit Alabama. They not gonna do that.
I'm gonna say,
And guess what? I can get drafted from either school. It don't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
absolutely.
It's true.
These are all facts.
I don't know.
Oh.
It's gonna take some time for that to work. Like I don't know if I know he's doing his thing, but I don't know if it like he came out the gate too hard.
I don't think
with his,
Dion realized the best thing he had going for him at HBCUs is he was the most influential coach,
yeah.
right? And now you just went to HBCU where you might not be top 10, you might not be top 20. You know what I mean? Like for a college football player, if Deion Sanders walk in the room and Nick Saban walk in the room,
Yeah.
if Kirby Smart walk in the room, and Nick, you know what I'm saying, it's two different things. Like it's a different level of influence, and I think he needs to get handled that. And now he just has to become a good coach, right? It can't just be I'm Deion, I'll bring notoriety.
Mm-hmm.
That can't be all you. You got to bring performance now. You got to take this Colorado team from 1-11 to actually being somebody, right? And if he does that, then it starts to flip the script a little bit.
Absolutely.
So it's a 2-3 year progress, and you can't determine the fail. Yeah, like a lot of people, they probably win 6-7 games this year.
Yeah, they might not go crazy.
It's
They're
not a
going to go
fail.
crazy.
And guess what? 6 or 7 is
It's a lot.
absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
1 to 11.
Now, if they win 3, they gonna people looking at Dion like, man, nah, they gonna be like Joe Schmo, who the offensive coordinator from Alabama.
Yeah,
he probably could have did that too, dog. Like, I mean, let them 3 is different.
That's a fact.
Should be interesting.
We'll talk about the era of the black quarterback has arrived.
3 black quarterbacks, first top 5 picks, first time in history. Let me say that again. For the first time in history, 3 African American quarterbacks were selected top 5 in this year's NFL draft.
Can I amend that? Not to say everything you said was wrong, right? But it's not the first time it should have happened. It's the first time it did happen. Like there's many a time where it should have been 3.
Oh yeah, Lamar Jackson got. Oh, you want me to name the people who got robbed? Lamar Jackson got robbed. Teddy Bridgewater got robbed. Patrick Mahomes got robbed.
Justin Fields
got robbed. No, there's more. Hey,
a lot more. Deshaun Watson.
Honestly, for Dwayne Haskins got robbed.
Deshaun
Watson got robbed.
So we should all be thinking Jalen Hurts.
No,
Jalen Hurts got robbed.
Actually, he probably should not. Yeah, I don't think Jalen Hurts got robbed.
He should have got a little.
I think
Jalen Hurts definitely should be early than we.
Jalen Hurts
got hurt than when he got
hurt by his situation more than he did. He probably still would have got robbed, but
I don't even think he. That was a weird draft.
He won the Heisman.
No, I'm not saying that. I was a weird draft because
you had Cam Newton and you had Jameis Winston, and then when Jameis did that crab thing, they stopped trusting black. It's like they stopped. Like he messed up for all the black quarterbacks.
Wasn't just trusted. It was just like you said, like there was many a time where
real rap. That joint killed him, bro.
It killed crab legs. They got a nickname.
It did fucking kill. It killed James.
You would have
I just had to think about like what actually happened.
You would have thought he committed credit card fraud. The way they trashed my man, you would have thought he did credit card fraud. Like it was crab legs, bro. You know what I mean? People steal crab. Like come on. I'm not down. What else? What else did he do? What else did he do?
He was an idiot.
No, he was
all types of problems.
Yeah, he had a few.
He had a whole bunch of
bro. He
problems.
was an idiot.
He had a whole bunch of problems.
He was immature, but bro.
He's absolutely immature.
I'm not saying
we're talking about problems, bro. I'm talking about like you go to court crime, like criminal.
I'm just saying
beating up females.
You give a man a bunch of money who's already super immature. I'd be nervous of what that man might do too. So I got to look at him a little bit differently. I gotta check that shit a little
Ryan
bit.
doesn't care about black people.
I care about my cash. I care about the white guy.
If you're the millionaire funding this situation, you might not care about black people.
The boy was number 1 in baseball and football. Took a team to the national championship. He was hands down the number 1 pick. You want to kill my man about crab legs? You wasn't going to sign my man over crab legs, bro.
There was a whole lot of other stuff. He was a general fuck up.
Stop.
He was a general fuck up.
Shut up. Tell me what
James Winston was a general fuck up.
Tell me what he did.
He's a general fuck up.
No,
I don't have the specifics.
This is how black students get labeled. No,
I know it because
tell me what
he's just a general
Ryan,
fuck up. He was
tell
always
me,
doing
Ryan,
shit.
outside of the crab leg, tell me one thing this man did. No, stop.
No,
I don't know.
See how you judge
it? Was a long ass time
ago. See how you judged it?
No, but I know what it is.
You just judge the black. You judge the black man.
I didn't judge it. I fucking read the story.
Ryan does not care about black quarterback.
I remember because you don't know the other stories that I'm wrong.
You can't if you can't make a statement.
No,
like
those
that,
were years ago. I don't know what they are specifically to
I
this
do
day.
though.
All right, what he do?
What I'm saying is that
What
he
he
was doing
what he
general
do?
He got
fuckery.
cited for
Like, he was doing general fuckery.
underage drinking, got suspended, showed up in his uniform and start warming up, and the coach had to say, "Yo, you know you suspended. Why you out here?" He's talking to the media like this is like it was a lot with Jameis.
General fuckery.
But listen, even that all that shit is dismissible. I get what your point is.
Yo, Don, bro.
My point is this.
It's
So
a lot
listen,
of
we getting
aquatiming
off-
at this motherfucker.
we getting off topic. The era of the black
We
quarterback.
on topic?
A little bit because I wanted to talk about the current black quarterbacks that doing their thing, and you took it to quarterbacks that
Dak
you know,
Prescott.
He just
Patrick
said, he
Mahomes.
just
I
said
said
that
Jameis
Jameis was
Jalen
He's
he
doing
said-
general fuckery.
He said though, you said he was the effed up human being.
I never said that.
I thought
I
you said
never
that. I thought you said
I
that.
said he was doing general
So
fuckery.
we had a stand. So you would have the two MVP candidates, right?
Which we talking about?
Jalen Hurts and Patty Mahomes,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And Dak Prescott.
I said MVP candidate.
Said MVP
Oh,
can't. College. We're on college right now,
No, I'm
Don.
talking
I'm
about
talking
NFL.
about-
Talking about NFL
Oh, for what?
last year.
What is your point?
I'm trying to say we've entered a era where black quarterbacks will be appreciated more. Don fucked the whole situation.
We was talking about the draft.
People appreciate Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott hasn't gotten into any dumb shit. Like I'm
People
talking
do
about
appreciate Dak
field.
Prescott, but go ahead. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, people
They do.
appreciate Dak Prescott.
I'm saying
He's
my
a
saying
valid quarterback.
is so now you have quarterbacks that are performing
Mhm.
up to their pedigree, right? That they deserve, right? So you got that. Now you've seen the draft start to happen where, like you said, first time ever where you get 3 black quarterbacks drafted where they should have been drafted. I ain't gonna hold you.
I
Listen,
thought that Will Levis crap was going to happen. I was about to get pissed.
everybody did. We talked last.
He
I said-
deserved to be
I
right
said
where he
for
was.
some reason,
He deserved right to be
in
where he
my
was.
mind, I swore CJ Stroud was going to drop just because of the fuckery that you mentioned.
Mhm.
Like this is what they do.
Did anybody else watch the draft? And
Because
it
Mac
was
Jones
to,
is
like
freaking trash.
the 8th pick, and you was just like, "Yo, there hasn't been a white person drafted like this
No,
draft."
because they picked that.
The first person that was drafted that was
Pick
Caucasian.
He was out here picking athletes, so they weren't.
Like this was a
This is why
this
Will
was
Levis
a
didn't come out
historic
with
type draft.
Because the only white person really gonna pick is a quarterback or a lineman.
That's it. I mean,
Well,
that's
tight
Who
end.
was the
Well, tight end,
who was
that's
the
it.
first quarterback?
I think it was Swirsky. Was it Swirsky the
Was
first
the
white
first
guy?
white person?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was him. Was it him?
the guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swirsky.
What number
He might have
was
been
it?
8.
From Northwestern.
He
Nah,
might
he
have
wasn't 8. He wasn't that high.
Eight was
Nah,
like
it definitely
12.
wasn't that. Well, I had a lot of
12
push.
He
I had a
wasn't
lot
even,
of
I don't
push-ups.
even think he was. He wasn't even the first lineman. Paris Johnson was the first
That's
lineman.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So it's like- so like-
he was the
I had a lot of
Paris-
push-ups.
no, it's Johnson. Paris Johnson.
Anglo-Saxon, if you
Wide
will.
receiver is Paris Campbell. The
Oh,
old
yeah,
line
yeah,
was
yeah,
Paris
yeah.
Johnson. I know you're talking about.
Paris Campbell played offensive line for Ohio State.
11.
It's Paris
Peter
Johnson. Right.
Skorowski was the
Yes.
first one.
Peter Skorowski.
Peter Skorowski. Yes.
At pick 11.
Yep.
We went 11
Interesting.
picks.
Kept taking them.
But here's the thing
That's
to
history, man.
everybody's point. Like in schools, you want your teachers to
Only
replicate
5 got
your
drafted in the
students.
first round.
5
Right.
white people.
Say your
Now-
name, Don.
Yeah.
You want your teachers to represent your students. So you want to have representation of whatever nationality the students
You gotta
are.
take us down
and
rabbit hole.
teachers.
I don't want to go down.
Why can't we have coaches represent the players?
Because as a person that
And
owns
the
it, you
owners.
also here's so you're 100%. So I don't want to go down this rabbit hole because I know it's going to Darren's going to take Darren on a tangent. But because that's your lane, saying
This is my lane.
it's just lanes, dog.
Take them on the tangent.
So, yeah, you're right. As normally you would want your teachers to represent your students, which is 100% accurate. But also, if I own it, I want the people that's representing me to represent me. So it's 2 different dynamics that are bumping heads. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Oh, you right.
Wow, that was short and sweet.
No, this is the reality.
And
That's the reality, though.
That's
That's
facts.
facts. Yeah, it's facts.
All right, let's get to the
Aaron,
draft.
we want to give you your flowers right now. That was
Stop
that
doing
was
this.
very
Stop.
well.
Listen, stop. It seems like as soon as I change my name on the show, y'all start giving me flowers.
Well, it hasn't been changed.
Y'all starting
yet,
to recognize what I bring to. Nah.
Yeah, you did say
Um,
recognize, but it's cool. Yo, check it out. I'm gonna put this out there now.
Give it to me.
5 years from now, Once they start changing the dynamic of quarterback salaries.
You've been listening to Bomani Jones. And
Listen, it's going to happen.
Listen, no.
Now it's going to be like, all right, are they really quarterbacks or are they running back quarterbacks? Yeah. We can't give them $40 million. Like the whole Lamar started it. The whole Lamar situation started it. Like now it's like, all right, these black quarterbacks, they athletes, but they not real pocket type quarterbacks. So
I don't think
maybe we got to look at this like you a running back / quarterback, which means instead of giving you 50 a year, maybe we say 30 from the quarterback side and 15 from the running back side. So we got to switch it like that because now there's a liability issue because of the way we use you as a quarterback. It's coming. Yo, I promise you. It's coming back.
I don't know if it'll happen that way because, like,
I promise you it's going to happen.
The way that, like, Mahomes plays, the way that Hurts plays, like, the way Lamar plays, you're not getting that from a running back. So, like, even if you want that and you want to go that route, those players are still the most valuable player on your team. Like you can't get away from that.
Make a note that the two black quarterbacks you just mentioned have been to Super Bowls.
Right. But that's what I'm saying.
So think about the difference.
If I'm looking for that shit, like that's what I'm like.
But hear what I'm saying. You're gonna have people like Dak. You're gonna have people like Lamar. You're gonna have people like Justin. You have people like that are not winning, getting to Super Bowls, but they are effective winning quarterbacks.
What happens? The running quarterbacks starts to try to be pocket, try to become part.
So, Bomani Jones,
that's that RG3 effect.
Real quick.
Everybody trying to go back.
You gotta find that.
Cam took a step back. Dak took a step back. Donovan took a step back.
When they try to be pocket players,
they try to be pocket passes. So that's what it is. They try.
Bomani Jones,
Dak should have been running.
Shout out. I'm gonna give a shout out. Bomani Jones and Dominique Foxworth presented an argument.
They said this too.
Not this argument, but they presented it in a different method. They didn't say it's going to be money that fucks it up. They said the NFL is going to start. You're going to start seeing rules that change the game to bring it back.
So now quarterbacks ain't going to be like that. Like that Tom Brady rule. That Tom Brady John.
And what they cited was
you might run. I don't know.
Their site was they said, "Yo, when you saw." When the era started changing, when you saw Dante Culpepper and Donovan McNabb and everything there, that's when the rule came in effect. Like, you can't hit quarterbacks in the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Can't hit them in the pocket no more, right? That's
as soon as they roll out,
you can't hold receivers because guess what? Now I'm holding receiver, and you start to see that dynamic. I do believe there will be changes come now. It's going to be like, the second you step out of this tackle box. If you get hit, everything's legal. You know what I'm saying? Like it's going to be changes made because this all they got left. They got quarterback. I hate to say it this way, not they because I love white people. They got quarterback, tight end, and fullback.
They barely got tight end. They are holding on to tight end by a slim thread.
They're Travis and the best out of tight end right now. No, Travis ain't all the way.
Offensive line.
They still got punter and kicker.
They do got punter and kicker.
That's because
except for the one bull from the Raiders who was just doing too much.
They got center. Yeah, they got some stuff. They got
linemen.
Yeah, they got it. They got that.
Also linemen. Linebacker. They do got linebacker.
They might got linebacker.
We have a real swaggy field goal kicker in the next 10 years.
The question is when would, like Don said, I don't, and again, not to get to it, but like it's gonna get to a point where like if you draft in. And it's weird to say it for coming from a black person to say this.
Quarterback?
No. You coming from black people are just for some reason when it comes to NFL players are just more athletic than other races.
It's just sports period. No, tell the truth. Basketball, baseball, everything is more athletic.
Golf.
You're more athletic. It's just like it is. It's just.
I think that's a reality.
Athletic.
We are much more athletic.
So when you're talking about athletic competition, right? Like,
write this down. I'm in the least offensive.
Chris
was
so
serious.
Chris was so serious too. Chris was like,
I'm in the least offensive.
Actually,
this whole
all
show.
sports.
It is all sports though. It is all sports.
They got fucking cornhole, slam ball.
We talking about athletic sports.
They got baseball. You got baseball.
Baseball.
No. The Colombians and Dominican, the Latin people.
I don't think they ever had baseball.
They black.
I don't think they ever had.
They in our fold. I don't hold you. If it comes down to it, if we gotta pick sides, they rolling with us.
Real shit. I don't think they ever had baseball.
No.
I don't think they ever had baseball.
Because Babe Ruth is black.
Pitching. Babe Ruth is really.
We need to dive into that conversation.
That's a whole nother
Let's
conversation.
talk about the draft, man.
Great draft, man.
No,
Great draft.
Great foot. Great
First
foot
round was
team.
interesting, man.
It was.
It was just interesting.
It
Everything
wasn't-
that happened, the trade.
It wasn't as many trades. Like I'm talking about, like
movement was
outside
crazy.
trades. Then
Crazy thing, they said this draft had the most trades.
I'm talking about it was trade for spots. I'm talking about like
Yeah.
It was the
actual
most trades.
players traded though. You know, like
Yeah, we
this player-
didn't
we
really see
expected.
that.
We expected.
Was
the
it straight-
Hopkins, the Mars,
think-
the
I
Springs,
expected
all
to see some of them go
Henry.
for
Absolutely.
No, yo, but I think
People just
the
take
crazy
bets.
thing is,
Quarterback.
crazy thing is, I think everybody got who they wanted,
I think here's a crazy.
and that's what's crazy.
I would
This
say
is one of the best. The
I
best
think,
drafts
but I
everybody got
also
who they
think this
wanted.
is the
Needs
least.
of needs.
I think this is one of the least talented drafts in a long time.
I don't
Wow.
agree with
Yeah, I
you.
do.
I don't agree with you. I don't
Like
agree
I'm
with
talking about, like
receiver wise. I say
break
break
that
it down
everywhere.
you break it down by position. Quarterback, it wasn't a weak
I
draft.
think it was weak, and if you not in
Running
terms,
back, it wasn't a weak
in terms
draft.
in terms of like flaws, like when I
Wide
say
receiver
like
was a weak draft.
it was weak for wide receivers.
Tight end was not a weak draft.
It was weak.
O line was not a
Nah,
weak
it was
draft.
weak for tight end. Weak
There
for
was-
tight end. I'm
there
talking
was-
about just in terms of names, not in terms of performance. I'm sure,
There's three
the,
tight ends that could have won the first round.
Absolutely.
but that don't mean it was strong.
I'm just saying the
That's what I'm
talent.
saying.
The talent in tight end was very.
I'm talking about compared to other drafts.
It ain't
I
that
am
much-
too.
compared to other drafts.
Compared
this
to-
had- this
honestly,
had a
O
better-
line was low.
I think it was
Outside linebacker was low. Outside of that, this Sean's pretty solid.
receivers.
D line, no receivers was low. The receivers was low.
I mean,
Receivers they little. Receivers is little now.
D-line was
even
great.
D-line was all that.
Even if I
Cornerbacks
go,
was
even
great.
if I go to
Defense, period.
quarterbacks,
Yeah,
right?
defense
Even if I
was-
go to quarterbacks, right?
Quarterback was good.
I go to quarterbacks, right? Like even the top quarterback that won the award, Bryce Young, had a lot of flaws that people. I feel like
I disagree.
if you compare that to last year's draft, he wouldn't have won one.
Who's in last
Who
year's
went
draft?
here? Who went last year?
Who won last year? That's good.
Well, then they weren't that good. They were last year. You don't
I
know.
don't even remember who went
Forget
to
about
last
a lot
year.
of people. They don't like Ryan said. Just because I don't remember, don't.
Was it Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence would go one right now.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence would.
He wasn't last
No, he
year.
wasn't
It's
last
2
year.
years
2
ago.
years ago. You're right.
Who was last year? I forget who was last year.
I'm thinking
was last year.
It was the quarterbacks didn't even go high last year. So
Shoot, you about to maybe look this up. I don't know who the freak.
yeah, quarterbacks didn't go, it wasn't the quarterback draft last year.
Trayvon Walker.
Yeah, it was
No,
it was all deep. It was a defensive draft.
Yeah. Trevor Walker was the number one pick from Jaguars.
Aiden Hutchinson.
That's what I said. It was a defensive
defensive
draft.
ends were
last
better
year.
last year too.
It was all defense last year. Defense was good this year too, though. What? It was a good defensive draft.
You got Drake London.
If I said they had bad,
It was
they had it was
last year's draft was
quarterback.
last year's draft was high on cornerbacks, linebackers, and receivers.
It was like, yeah,
This year's draft was high on D linemen, linemen,
and corners.
and corners. Yeah, I like the quarterbacks in this joint too.
Yeah, I
I
like the
thought they was
quarterbacks, too.
high.
I do too, but I'm just saying I just don't think.
No, I mean, if I'm looking at last year's draft,
Yeah,
Shit, look at the year before too.
Here's the thing: when you
there was way more talent in last year's draft than
it was this year. That's what I'm saying. If you just
Talent, why
if you
and
go
what
no,
position?
not by
D-line-
not by what they
D-line was
performed,
more in last
not
year.
by how they performed in the NFL. I'm just talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. So last
The
year,
last 2
D line
years-
was better. Last year, D line was better.
I think it was better across the board.
Corner was better.
It was
Wide
better across the
receiver-
board.
better.
Quarterback was not better. Their first pick was Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, quarterbacks.
Quarterback was
yeah.
not better.
Quarterbacks.
Kenny Pickett was the first.
Quarterback was the first quarterback off the
Actually,
board.
you're right. They picked the
I say
They-
quarterback
they-
was better this year.
That's facts. That's facts.
But
That's
D
facts.
line was better last year. They had freaking Aiden Hutchinson,
D-line-
Trayvon Walker. Like
I would
yeah,
say
they
D-line-
was loaded. They had Sauce.
But I mean,
Sauce Gardner
last
last
year
year.
they go 20th.
But Kenny Pickett is ass.
I know he's that. I'm just.
But
saying,
we also go.
he
That's what I'm
went
saying. It's hard now because they are in the league and you already know what they.
But he
can
went
do.
20th. Like so, like.
But I wouldn't draft
who
Kenny
had
Pickett.
need.
I wouldn't draft Kenny Pickett over any of the 3 quarters. Now that
No,
y'all said
no,
over
no.
shit over
Any
any
of the
4
5.
quarter. No,
Any
I
of
would
the 5.
Will Levis. I'll probably take him over Will Levis. I ain't gonna hold
Or
you.
you can take him with Will Levis.
Kenny
Like,
Pickett
they're the
over
same-
Will Levis. I don't even know if
they're
I.
the same-
I don't
they're
know.
the
I don't even know if I
They're
would
the
do that.
same motherfucker.
They probably are.
That's
They probably are the same dude.
That's a
Yeah, that's the dollar. You definitely said it. Dang, go on. Aaron. You struggling over here.
That's it.
That's only one. It's only one.
No, 6 altogether.
I feel like outside of quarterback, it was
Nah,
better.
you write
across
these
the
Jones
board.
down who owe money.
Yeah, Don, you supposed to be documenting this shit.
I would doubt.
Don watching this fucking 60. I hate when Don. Listen, he turned his table. Listen, I'm gonna let you know.
We
Don
are
specifically
winning now. We
turned
was
his
losing.
table.
We was down by 11. Now we
He
up by 2.
specifically turned his
That's what I'm
table, so
saying.
he said, "I don't have to worry about you. I can watch.
Y'all said somebody said the N word.
I did.
This is
Doesn't
why,
matter.
yo, George.
that's six.
I need you to handle whatever you need to handle at home and get here.
I just
Can't be
think
here
this
no
was
more.
to me, and it's also partially like I think I was more disconnected from college football this year than I was in a long time.
Yeah, I
That's
was still connected to college football. That's why I think that's why I enjoyed this draft more because I knew what was there. That's why I wasn't really
Why
mad
did we
about
watch
the
it?
Cowboys.
I feel like
Like, cause I knew Michigan's
I didn't
defense.
watch it.
Michigan's defense for the last 3 years have been like a little underrated because they wasn't winning like how they've been supposed to win.
Who, Michigan?
No, but not when they count though. Like when they haven't made it to the championship.
They said they went to
Oh yeah, but they lose the playoffs every time.
Oh yeah, but that's just the playoffs. But
So
they been there.
Listen, here we go.
What's
Let
up?
these two start first. Who won the draft?
The Eagles.
Houston.
No. I said I'm gonna let these two start first
Oh.
because clearly they gonna have an opinion.
Don't be
I
biased
think-
though. We
No,
I'm not gonna be biased.
Well,
I
won
think
the
it's
won
I
the
think it's
draft.
biased if
when
you
you
say
count
it
the
was
trades and everything.
I would say yeah.
Nah,
If you add what we did in the draft, so I know Ernst, but I don't count trade.
I
What you
don't
do?
I said that's what I'm saying.
What you do
Right,
in the
though.
draft during the draft
But
period?
you're right about
is
what
the
you're
draft.
saying. If
So-
we're counting trades,
If we count everything in draft, Eagles won the draft.
Eagles won the draft. If not,
If not, I would go
Texans.
I would go Texas.
And that's what George said.
And then I mean next will be Seattle.
see,
My top three.
I take Seattle 1. And again, my criteria is a little bit different because I don't count the trades. I don't count if you take an established player, right? So I'm getting DeAndre Swift out of there, right? If I look at what they did versus what y'all did great things in the first round, but at the second round, I think they did better. And I think in the first round, I kind of think they did better too because when I look at it, I look at it like this: y'all got potentially the top player in the draft, right? On paper, in Jalen Carter, right? I think they got the top cornerback in the draft.
But then
Wait. So let me
mhm.
finish. I think they got the top cornerback in the draft. I think they got the top receiver in the draft. If we talk about just first round, I think they got the top corner and top
who they? Oh,
Jackson
they got-
Smith-Jr.,
Yeah,
right?
But then we got.
I know Smith is not a big.
He should have been. He's been drafted higher than what he was.
No, he shouldn't have. See, that's the part I disagree with it.
Everyone did.
That's the part I disagree with.
You ain't watch much football. You talking
I
about?
watched
You
Georgia. Georgia was one of the teams I did watch.
And Jordan, he didn't play much. He got hurt.
That's my point.
But his previous same
So
thing with everybody else.
Nolan Smith was when I said combine warriors. That's why he got drafted that high because it was combine. Because if we look at
And what he did on the field.
real quick.
He did very little.
He did a little on the field. Because if we look
barely
at
playing.
we look at the stats.
So did y'all watch the years we
Yeah, we
played?
did.
He got hurt last year.
What do you do? What do you do?
The year before that,
Chris?
what you mean? What he do? These numbers.
He's a pass rushing.
Yeah, but you're only as good as
he's
your
a
most
linebacker.
recent
He played
season.
great.
So like you're only as good as your most recent season. So he was hurt last season.
So you talking about
then you did great in
so
the
him-
combine.
so-
Jackson Smith.
so
is-
Hendon Hooker and Anthony, and Richardson didn't do well neither because they both was hurt.
I'm not saying.
It's the
Chris,
same thing
I'm not
saying.
saying
He
he's
was
not
hurt. They got hurt.
good.
in the
I'm not
season.
saying
What the
he's
fuck
not
does that mean?
good.
We're talking about the same fucking draft.
Chris, I'm not
So
saying
what you
he's
said
not
was Jordan
good.
as
I'm
good as
saying-
your
I'm
last
saying-
season,
I'm saying
right?
you
And I'm
said-
saying
you said
he didn't
should've
do
got-
well.
you
But
said-
if you asked me about fucking Anthony Richardson, I would say he had a really great combine.
And then what he do during the season?
It was average.
It's average. Okay.
I'm
That's what I'm
telling.
saying.
I'm not just.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Man, like it's over, black ass. I apologize.
Oh, is that a
Yeah,
double down?
wait.
Real quick. His wife. does-
Ryan, sorry,
Call him
Ryan.
by his
Is it,
name.
wait.
Say I apologize.
Is that a slur?
No,
I feel like that might. Let's go to Dr. Derek Johnson on the vote.
Technically, that's a slur.
Slurs me.
His wife has already told you she doesn't like you calling them that.
I call that for forever.
They called us slaves for a long time. That don't mean it's right.
Shut your ass. But
That was a good rebuttal. I think you owe $1, sir.
Why you all down?
That's $1.
so if I say black, I'm doing all. I didn't,
No,
but
you didn't say
black.
after that.
I know. I'm just saying it's not different.
You
Black
said-
ass is not different.
That's $2.
That's $2. Did we good, bro?
Two
I
singles.
don't know why would you say it again?
George said George.
I'm not gonna pay that.
And Georgia man a claw.
So yeah, you outnumbered on this
I'm
one.
not paying it. I'm not. You got outnumbered the first show and you ain't
I
paid.
paid it. I
He
did
did
so.
pay it.
I did pay
No,
it.
he did pay it.
Nah.
No, yes, he did. I
I
ain't
promise,
gonna
Chris, I definitely
as much
paid
as he didn't want to pay, Chris, He paid
and I actually paid two because I said I'll pay that. I said, and I paid two.
That was the second. That was the very first show.
I paid.
You said that
When I said
That's
when
what
I
he
said
paid too. He
the
said-
other word
he said,
outside
I
of
ain't gonna- I
Commanders,
don't pay too.
when I said the other word outside of Commanders, I did pay it.
You did pay it.
I did pay
So
it.
you owe $2.
I'm gonna pay $1.
Two dose.
I'm gonna pay.
I feel offended.
So
What is that? What is that? What is that right there?
where were we at?
Go ahead.
Damn, I lost my whole train of
I'm
thought.
not answering you.
Draft.
Oh, the draft.
What about all that?
Um,
Where's the jacket?
You said that they said that the Eagles won.
No,
I feel.
I think y'all had a good draft.
I don't
Okay,
think-
so
I
the
don't-
Eagles
Ask
fans.
Ryan and Daryl. Ask Ryan and Daryl who we think won.
I wanted to give them room because I knew where they were.
No, but before we get to Ryan and Daryl,
like if you got the trade,
before we get to Ryan and Daryl, I want to hear what Ernst
Go
said.
by my career. Go by my career just to see
He
how
said
I'm
he said Seattle.
I
would
said
go.
Seattle.
I would say without the trade, I was Seattle, then the Eagles, then the Texans.
Okay, fair. Where would y'all go?
I think Texans. Texans have their biggest issues.
What issue? They had all of them.
I mean, I know, but like, I think if they hit on these picks, they did great. If
I don't want to do that because
what do you mean? Like, I think CJ
because we
Stroud's
don't
good.
know where if anybody's going to hit. None of these picks we know if they're going to hit.
True.
I hate that part of the equation. Maybe it's just me.
But I mean, like,
Can I rebut this when he's done?
CJ Stroud's good. Will Anderson Jr.
Facts.
solid picks.
On names.
Like, and to trade to get there to get to 2 and 3, genius move. I don't know. I think that sets them up well. Like I like what they did to address their needs.
Don wants to rebut.
All right. So why I feel like the Eagles had a better draft even than say them, because the Texans were supposed to have that type of draft because of how bad
y'all had 2 first-round picks.
yes, but
They didn't.
Listen, we weren't supposed to have 2 first round picks,
No, yeah, you was because you had the 2 first-round picks for the last year.
but they were both.
Wait, time out. No, you just lost
Why,
it.
you had
You just
competitive
lost
pick?
it. You just wait. You just no. It was you had these 2
The
first-round
30th,
picks,
the 30th, the
Chris.
30th pick was our pick.
but you had them for the whole year. You knew you was drafting the one, and you knew when you were drafting.
That's what I'm saying. That's what makes it such a good draft. Is because we were set up, not just given. We were set up to have them.
And
Like, our
okay.
GM got them.
So okay, but they
Yes.
GM got them. I'm confused what your argument is.
Oh, I thought that was where they.
He
were,
said the
they're-
Texans. They
the
had
Texans.
2 first-round picks too because their GM got them.
Seattle had 2 first-round picks too.
2 GM got them. I'm confused what you're saying. Like you
Damn,
you
bro,
said
you don't have to
wasn't
be. You don't have to be so aggressive, though. God.
Because that whole part threw me for a little bit of loop.
You could have just said, "Hey, Don, they had the same amount of picks."
You had to jump out. Damn.
Look, Don, keep being your argument. I
No,
apologize.
no, you made your point.
You don't even want to talk about
I'm
that.
finished.
Darren, did you say you think one the first round?
Yeah, I think the Eagles won. I think I'm not gonna be biased about this. I think honestly Houston won until they found a way to get DeAndre Swift. When I seen it, I'm like, how the heck? First of all, I have no idea what Detroit's doing. I really don't
They
know.
had the most picks in the
I don't know what the
draft.
Titans was doing when they
I-
gave up AJ Brown.
I honestly, I was like, once they picked up Jamar, I'm like, all right, 2-headed monster. Y'all gonna find a way to like destroy him. Then they got rid. I'm like, wait, what? Because like I never saw Jamar as a feature,
No, they say he,
give him 25 carries a game type back.
they say
But, like,
Montgomery,
all right.
though.
But I mean, even that Montgomery wasn't. Montgomery
He was healthy. He was solid.
Yeah, but he's not healthy. That's like
Same thing with DeAndre though. That's the argument.
so maybe that's the case. But I just feel like I just feel like they could have went another way.
All right, we all. I think
It was just weird.
I think we can all look
That's-
each other in the face and just
Yeah.
if we say Detroit. What the fuck?
Yo,
Everybody
yeah,
would
yeah.
do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I like
Crazy as they did draft picks was this stupid. I'm like, what?
Detroit drafted like they won the championship.
like they was chilling. Like we're
No,
good here.
I feel like they drafted safe.
We're
But
set.
they
I don't think it's safe.
This
We're
is the thing,
set.
though.
No, so
They had so much potential coming into this draft. I'm talking about what you had last year.
Yeah.
You know what you need to address.
And they didn't need a whole lot. They were
Address
doing
it.
well.
It was just defense.
That's what I'm
Address the
saying. You
defense.
doing well.
And they just went.
They just
They,
went-
they I don't know what the hell they just went.
So okay.
I don't know what they
So
You know what,
I think the Eagles had a good one. I think that Seattle is probably next because they filled a lot of more holes. So the thing is, like, even though Houston got 2 and 3, after that, there's still so many holes that
But that
Houston
third
still
round,
has.
they did all right.
They got the receiver bull, but like I think that's
why.
so I think what messed them up, they shouldn't have got rid of Brandon Cooks. Me personally, I think that they needed that piece, especially if you're going to get it. I know that, but if you know, if I knew I was getting a new quarterback, I'd have tried to at least keep my best receiver, but they didn't, and it's cool. Me of all people is not gonna argue with them. What I will say is a lot of people are, and I'm going to defend my guys just because I had a lot of people are saying that the Cowboys draft was underwhelming, and if you look at it from hindsight, you would think so because you would think we got a hole in the offensive line. But what I will say is, I was looking at the numbers, and this boy Mozzie Smith numbers is comparable to Jalen Carter. And I didn't even realize it. I didn't realize the numbers was comparable. I'm like, wait, hold up. I'm like, how come nobody talked about the ball?
I was upset until I took a look back.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, his numbers are comparable.
So now y'all getting into the dynamic where we all just gonna defend whatever the fuck we got.
Yeah,
because
I mean, it's a good fit.
That's it. So honestly, we needed it because one thing we couldn't do when the Eagles, we couldn't stop the freaking run for nothing.
So like, was out here loading up on every fucking.
ain't nobody running on the Eagles. I tell you right now, ain't nobody running on the Eagles next year. So like, you might as well, you know what I mean, do the same thing because I'm pretty sure they going to run. They got DeAndre now. They got all these pieces. They're pretty sure they running. So we'll see what happens. But I like the pick.
So, okay. Now, well, I guess I'm the only person that didn't talk about my team's draft.
You like your kicker?
No, hell no. It was the worst pick in the draft. Listen, there's no bias.
Was he a good kicker though? Like, was he worth?
He's the best kicker. He's the best kicker in the draft. But
they could have got him in free agency.
That's it.
They could have picked anybody else.
Somebody would have took him in like the
No, wait. No. I will say this. Somebody would have got picked because the Patriots kicked the picker 7 picks after we did, and he was better than the dude that they picked. So they would have picked. He would have got picked. But that's not. I don't give.
It just seems weird.
I don't give a fuck. Don't draft me a kicker. I don't care.
Yeah,
it don't matter.
Better freaking make it, Maxie. I'm sorry.
Like, you better be the
when I look at the 49ers, I think it was for one. When I looked at the 49ers, I'm be real with you. We were always going to come to this table. Nobody was ever going to come to this table and say the 49ers did because we didn't have a pick in the first 2 rounds. Yeah. Period. Right? So we drafted third round. We drafted third round, and we returned, mind you, fucking 19 of 22 starters.
Yeah,
that's nice.
So like it's like okay, where are you really drafting it? Kicker, you can ration the way. And I will never. I hate the kicker pick. 100%. But we lost Robbie Gould, and the way they rationalize is we don't got a fucking kicker. He the only person that we gonna draft that's actually going to start.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you better be good.
So you better be good. I loved our first round pick, Jair Brown from Penn State. I think to me, this is where if I have one criticism of the Eagles draft pick, I would have drafted Brandon Branch from Alabama at safety.
Who else? Somebody got him though. Somebody got him early.
He went after Nolan Smith.
Brian Branch wasn't he should have been the first safety taken off the joint.
He was the first safety taken, but he should have went. He went second round. So my point is, I think that was a bigger position of need for the
instead of Nolan Smith.
Than Nolan Smith. That's the only question. And after once you get past Brian Branch, I think we have the second best safety.
I ain't gonna hold you. If I saw Nolan Smith there, I'm taking Nolan Smith too.
Absolutely. Like,
but that's I don't think that was. I think
safety. Nolan Smith was a pick. Like,
I think safety is a bigger position of need than
linebacker. We gonna pick Nolan Smith.
He's a freak of nature, bro.
But I think
Carter was there. If Carter wasn't there, Bijan Robinson, that would be our first pick.
I just think it's just because
it wouldn't have been your first pick.
Nolan Smith is a freak, bro.
There's no way he was going at 10. There was no way.
If Carter wasn't there and Bijan Robinson was
it's possible.
Let me finish.
Nolan Smith would have been our first pick.
It's probably.
Let me finish my breakdown. So, okay, we
drafted
safety. We drafted safety. I love the safety pick. I think the bull Jair Brown from Penn State is legit. He plays 3 different positions: slot. He plays safety, free, and like the versatility is great. He replaces Jimmy Ward to a point where I love it because we already replaced him in the slot. Boom, cool. I love the pick. The second pick, the kicker. I can hold you. This is why everybody's gonna say 49ers had the worst draft because when you draft the kicker, you should. Somebody should say you had the worst draft. You're an idiot. Like, this is moronic. Like,
Detroit actually got Brian Branch.
yeah, that's the crazy part. So
Their second day was good. Their first day was terrible.
their second day was great.
First day was
The kicker, get that shit.
Technically, they got the best linebacker and the best safety. The Lions did. They just drafted too early for the linebacker. But
So then you move 49ers. Then you move. They drafted the backup tight end. They trying to eventually George Kittle's getting old. What?
Detroit actually. We talk about.
they got the second best running back, the best linebacker,
Second best linebacker,
best safety.
and they got a top quarterback. So
Nah, I didn't get the top.
A top what?
Hendon Hooker was one of the top.
Nah,
quarterbacks.
he's the second, third round quarterback.
But he was the fifth quarterback. Top rated. Top rated. I'm saying he's the top.
Yeah.
He's
It
the
wasn't-
top rated quarterback.
I don't think it
feel
was
like-
a high quarterback class like that.
I don't
like-
see Hendon
He
Hooker
was
as
the fifth.
I don't got Hendon Hooker beating out Jericho.
I don't either.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying this year. I'm just saying if you look
General,
right,
I don't see him as a starting quarterback.
Ever?
I don't. I think he's a good backup. I don't see him as a starting quarterback in the NFL.
So let me ask you
Me
this.
personally,
So
I don't think he's a
then our
starting
fourth draft pick was the ball from Georgia, right?
Which one?
Robert Bill.
You got
Deep as that.
you got to take that.
No, that's the third. Lot
Yeah,
two. Ball from Alabama,
Yeah.
red zone target, had 14 touchdowns. They could do whatever. I didn't like
I know.
I didn't like the pick. I tell you the truth.
I'll tell you the truth too.
But Robert Bill. So let's talk about Robert Bill, right? So you should, because he led Georgia in sacks over both of the two people y'all drafted.
Probably the reason he led his sacks because of the two people that they
It's
drafted.
possible, but the point is the performance. If we talk about performance, who numbers is better? The same way you said it, right? Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith.
How many sacks he had?
Yeah, over the last 2 years, he had 10.
10. So he had eight. He had 8 2 years ago.
No, he had 6, and then
He only had 2
he
this
had
year.
3.5.
He had 2. Look at right
3.5.
now. It say 2022-23.
Chris,
9 solo
Yeah,
tackles,
that
2
mean-
sacks.
Here they go.
Listen,
Here they
Am I
go.
tripping?
Here it goes.
Somebody read that. What that say? I just look. I just clicked on his name. That's what
I
it's
promise
told
you,
me.
he had more than 2 sacks.
I'm gonna tell you what it's told me, my nigga. That's what I'm saying.
Listen,
I see 2 sacks. And then he got 1 in the postseason. That's what it
so
was.
it's 3 sacks.
So it's 3.
Wrong.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, so he's wrong, right?
All you
Who's
do is-
right? Who's wrong?
all you do is-
All you had to do was hit a button, and he's wrong, right? Everybody,
You count those, not 3.5.
no, in total, he had more sex than Jalen Carter. Google that. Over the last 2 years, Google that.
But
He had more sex than Nolan Smith over the last 2 years. Google that.
I'm never gonna to.
It's funny, right? I didn't get it, and I'm not saying he's a better player. I'm just saying when you look at the numbers,
That was funny, man.
shit get different, right? Shit get spooky. It is. I'm not saying he's not better. I didn't say he was better. I said he had more sacks for what he does.
I'm just laughing.
Sack the quarterback, right?
Right.
Yeah, you was laughing until Daryl hit a button and then
I know,
said-
I'm fine.
yeah, I know you. Now it's hit all the Google buttons. So all you could do, right?
Guess what? It was a bad thing. Y'all tell me.
It wasn't a bad pick. That pick was probably one of my favorite picks. You know what I'm saying?
So Jalen Carter got 3 sacks.
3 sacks, but he all world, all world 3 sacks.
He wasn't a sack person. That's what he
Yeah,
did.
he's not. He's not.
Technical losses.
Yeah.
shit
2
like that.
forced fumbles.
Look at that.
That's what he did for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was tackled. He was a tackle for
That's
loss guy.
so. That's what.
I mean,
So
let me
that's
take for
what
loss.
he
Yeah,
did for.
16
That's what he did for.
this year, right?
this 2022.
Okay.
That's what he there for.
Yeah.
Technical losses. We ain't
That's
talking about that. I ain't none of that sack shit. I'm not a sack person.
Now you.
Aaron
now you
Donald not a
say-
sack person.
You kind of
Yes,
just.
he is.
Sue is not.
Aaron
Sue not
Donald.
a sack person.
Aaron Donald's a
Wait.
sack person.
What did you say?
The freak you just say? What did you just say?
He's not a sack person.
Aaron Donald not a
He's
sack
not a
person.
sack person.
And we all
That-
go.
I'm
That
checking
slipped.
This
but I'm
side
gonna-
of the table
I'm
is
telling you,
confused right there.
He said Aaron Donald's not a sack person.
Right there.
Job. That's what wrong with him.
Say, Aaron Donald's not a
That's why he
sack
runs every
person.
single
My
stunt
point-
He's a
possible.
disruptive person.
He's both.
Sacks are wildly disruptive to your offensive game plan.
My point is this. So, like I said, at the end of the day, I'm fine. I would if you ask me, I think the Eagles had a better draft than Ford because a kicker, I'm done. I turned out, I told the TV off, not watching this shit no more. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, he was upset.
I was upset. Anybody, if you draft a quick kicker, here's the crazy thing: y'all probably should have drafted a kicker. You know
Y'all definitely should.
what I'm saying? Like
Don't
anybody's
take him
going to be
before we
upset.
say.
But outside of the first round,
Right.
Y'all
just
gotta-
on name alone, when I look at the Eagles draft, I think I did great in the first round because getting Jalen Carter that late is a steal. Noah Smith is still a great player. As much as I'm trying to discredit him on stats alone,
He's a really good player.
he's a really good player. But outside of that, it's like okay, in second, third, fourth, fifth, everybody did average.
You're right. Yeah. Well,
You know what I'm saying? That's my point.
Detroit. I think
Detroit, you think Detroit did great.
I think good after they rounds. That was it. On one team.
Right. I feel you.
So if I say who had the worst draft, to me, and this is the name I throw out that I don't think people think about. I think Washington had the worst draft, and the reason why I think Washington had the draft is that name Washington quarterback.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
What was they thinking?
Where'd they draft
That's
that?
the one I thought they was gonna go after Lamar. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even go.
Who is their quarterback?
Wait, their first pickup was who?
No,
Heineke left.
I would say yeah.
It's not Heineke. It's the we know who he is, and he's fucking.
Who was their quarterback? I
We were just talking about this the other day.
Jacoby
It's
Brissett.
Brissett. It is Brissett.
Jacoby
It is
Brissett.
Brissett. Yeah,
That's sad.
that's what we said. We
That's
were
the point.
like, yo, who the fuck is it? We was
That's the
like, we
point
know
I'm
who
trying
it
to get
is. It's fucking Brissett.
That's the point I'm trying to get to. So that's why I said I think Washington needed to do more.
Yeah, they picked up
But I-
Emmanuel Forbes
Yeah, big quarterback.
first.
166 pounds. They found the lightest, skinniest cornerback in the NFL as
So
a
that's
first round
my
draft.
worst. That's my worst.
Wait a second.
He's 166 pounds, bro. Like he's on a break. Soon as DeAndre Swift come around that corner, that was gonna break his collarbone.
Okay. All right. I don't think what's got a good draft neither.
Who?
Tampa Bay.
Wait, Christian Gonzalez was there.
Here's the crazy thing. I can't even get into who had it because I ain't gonna lie to you. I watch y'all
They took
teams
Emmanuel Forbes
because
over
I hate
Christian
y'all
Gonzalez.
niggas. Pause.
That's
Right before.
That's another one. Dang, you're
No,
struggling
I'm
today.
tripping.
That's 7.
That's not seven.
You're at
I
7.
did not say 7. Ryan said 2 and the third.
No, we're
three.
adding up what you owed
you
before.
I don't owe 5.
You
You
owe-
paid 3.
I
I
paid
owe
3.
2.
No.
I only hit it 2 times a day. Daryl paid 3 of my dollars.
And we did it. We already
I did
talked
pay
about
3
that.
his
No, you
dollars.
did. We
So
talked
I
about it.
only owe 4.
Last Monday. No, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa,
No. That was
Whoa.
so I paid.
I promise y'all only.
No.
No,
Keep calculation.
Yo,
All right,
no.
we gonna get it right.
You
I
owe
paid 3 at the beginning of the last show,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Then you
So
said
you
it
owe-
3 times at the
absolutely
last
3
show.
times.
You
Last
did.
show.
Yo, $7, my bro.
$7.
Because you owe 5 today.
Don, I need
First
you
thing
to
First
Don,
thing, man, you
He's not,
said I owe
he's not gonna
5.
let you forget.
I didn't say that.
Huh? You,
I did not say that.
oh my God. I said, where the money at? Right? I said, where
I didn't
the
say
money?
that.
He said, oh yeah, I ain't gonna cash. I owe 5.
I did not say that.
You said
I said I
that
owe money.
twice
I didn't say I
today.
didn't owe 5 because I didn't owe 5.
You know what's crazy?
Definitely don't
He
want.
was on
Well, guess what? Don's responsible
At the
for
end, 5.
telling me how much I owe
7.
unbiasedly.
When you just said the leverage,
No, I need video recording. Don't just say a number.
Look at it.
'Cause
I
Don's
said,
a
Don,
fucking hater.
it should break that earn
Don-
to go 6.
Don about to fucking
Look that
say
up,
I owe
all right?
30.
Copy, I got you.
Should we take this money and bet it on the Mega Millions?
We can, but you gotta put your 7 in there.
I'm gonna put my 7 in.
I owe a dollar.
I don't owe 7.
You do. You
I
owe
owe
7.
5.
You owe
I know how much.
Millions.
Is that
money away.
is that oh okay.
We gonna bet this on.
But I owe 2.
Let's get to it. NBA.
You're Don. You all right, Don?
Don ready. He's ready to turn him up.
Don's back.
He's back.
Say something crazy.
Say something.
No.
First of all, let's talk about the game that's on right now. Sixers versus Boston. Joel Embiid hurt, misses
As
game 1.
always. That's the issue.
Shit's fucking.
Do the Sixers have a
Every
shot?
year. Every year.
Apparently they do because look at the score.
Nah, that's not what we're not talking about.
Always in the second round.
Yeah, always. Always.
Do the Sixers have a shot
No.
to win the series?
No.
It's too early. It's too early. I'm not gonna do that too
I mean, we can't. The Celtics been having our number, and with Embiid hurt, I just don't see
Yeah.
it.
Mm-mm.
I mean, it depends on.
Celtics ain't been sexy though either though.
But they, for some reason, they play their best games against us,
Yeah, that's true.
and we play our worst games against them.
let's give them credit. Last series they played really good without Embiid.
Yeah.
They did.
It's a far inferior team than the Boston.
But this is but yo, the fact that they're this close against Boston at Boston,
Sure.
it's not like
Sure.
it's too early for me to say they out. It's too early. Put it like that. Like let me see
I
more
tell you,
backs.
Embiid misses 2 games. Who you picking to win?
I'm not doing that right now.
I'm going
I can't do that right now.
And that's what I need you to do though.
I can't.
It's hypothetical, Daryl.
They're down by 2.
That ain't what I asked you.
If they go down 2-0, this series over.
Yeah, they're gonna have to what's a wrap.
Yeah, it's
I
going-
now that part,
I can't argue with that. I don't think they'll go down 2. So the question is, will they go down 0-2 without Embiid? They look like they can win this game, y'all.
He walked.
They look like they can, but they look like they can win this.
I was about to say.
Listen to me. Listen to me. They look like they can win this freaking game, dog, without Embiid.
I hope they do win it.
So this is my question to y'all. Who got to step up? It's that guy right there to me.
That's who it is.
That's the guy right
No,
there.
actually, I'm flip.
Who? Don't say Hart.
Harden
Don't.
got 32. It's not Harden. It's not.
Harden got
it's
32.
Tobias, dog.
Hart got 32 right now.
It's Tobias, dog.
Oh my god.
He walked.
Oh my god.
Like Tyrese is always going. Tyrese should be if you without Embiid on the floor, as young as Tyrese is, he should be your third option. Tobias should be your second option.
Hey, that hurt.
Tobias is the one that needs to step up defensively and offensively, in my opinion.
He just got
He's
Jade.
got put in this.
What?
What?
I said he just got. I was about to say
what?
I didn't finish the
He was
statement.
about to wow out just now. That's it.
Come
Come on, man.
He ain't shooting.
I'm about to say, like, you better not.
Real
Thank
quick,
you.
man. Let
That's
me throw out my hot take. Let me get this shit started.
Take my hot take.
I'm gonna say, you about to say something outlandish?
New York.
You already know what I said.
Go ahead, say it. What you want to say outlandish?
I said last week. I said I was fucking crazy. I said Chef is better than Kobe.
Nobody said you was crazy.
Everybody said it. Everybody said it.
It's a little.
Wait.
He's better
We
than
said
Kobe.
we said that
You said you said y'all said
He said Steph better than Kobe.
we put him in a blender.
Steph was in the top 10.
he is. It's not. To
He's
me, it's
top-
not even an
so that's-
argument.
so that-
He had top 10.
Wait.
He said he's better than Kobe.
Yeah, I remember this now. You put him in a blender.
No, he still says.
No, I put him in the blender after the fact when y'all said I was crazy.
Yeah, because you are.
Still
That
crazy.
is crazy.
He's
though.
still crazy.
So
Yeah.
if Chef somehow wins 5 championships, 2 MVPs, matches up with Kobe on both of those regards, right? Got the highest winning percentage in the playoffs out of everybody we name him, including MJ. Right? Highest winning percentage in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. In terms of lost series, yeah. Revolutionized the game outside of anybody not named Wilt Chamberlain. Like
Shaq.
Nah, I feel like Wilt and Shaq is in the same dynamic. They were just bigger, stronger, faster. They had to change the game for those reasons. He changed the game in terms of how it's played.
Shaq.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I'm not saying he didn't.
All right.
I'm not saying he didn't, but he changed the game in terms of how it's played.
Better freaking make it.
Is it still crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's up there.
See me at the end of the
Is he
season.
the greatest point guard of all time? Yeah. I believe.
You got wait, but most people got Magic over Kobe. This is weird.
I think
This is weird that you just said that.
Yeah,
Most people got Magic over Kobe.
Most people.
Yeah, I don't think.
So
In
what-
terms of
I feel
Mount
like-
Rushmore,
I feel like people don't have Magic in there at all, and
I'm
I
saying,
think that like
who
that's.
got Magic over
I feel like
Kobe?
I guess we hang
they're
around different
discounting Magic.
do?
But I don't.
What they said was Magic's the best point guard of all time, and I agree with.
all
and I agree
time
with
have.
that.
I feel like
Did y'all see that?
if you talk to most Lakers fans, they will say Magic's over Kobe.
He threw it.
No, I feel like most. I feel like we. If there's a Lakers fan out there watching right now,
Yeah,
I need y'all to chime in.
I feel like they wouldn't.
I feel like Magic is over Kobe in terms of Lakers lore.
Yeah,
I don't care about that.
I don't know
It
if they would say
should.
that. I don't
You
know if they would
should.
say that.
I think Kobe is
I don't know if they
great.
would say that.
I mean, I think that I stick to what I said about Magic. Magic's the best point guard of all time.
Then how are you not better than Chef?
How is he not better than Chef?
You
I think
contradict yourself.
no,
a
I
little bit.
didn't. I never said Chef was better than Magic. I never said that. You said that. You think Chef is better than Magic Johnson?
I do.
I disagree. I think Magic Johnson is the greatest point guard of all time.
It all depends on what, so when we talk about like it depends on what dynamic we're talking about in point guard. You mean like so when you talk about like pure point guard?
Making the team better.
You know what I'm saying make like,
Magic
that's-
Johnson.
that's what I'm saying,
Magic
like,
Johnson makes the
I
team.
think
point guard,
Chef
if-
makes the
If you
team
talk about
better.
scoring all that stuff, then Chef.
I think Chef just makes the team better.
Magic
For how he
Johnson,
plays.
Magic Johnson got like 3 Hall of Famers. Like we just said, we named like 3
Yeah,
Hall
they
of
were
Famers.
3 Hall of Famers before he got there.
No, he was. He
Worthy
played with
was a
them.
Hall of Famer, and Kareem was a Hall of Famer before he got there.
He played with them a little bit.
Yeah, but they were going to be Hall of Famers regardless. You talk about Klay Thompson wouldn't be a Hall of Famer without Chef. Draymond Green wouldn't be a Hall of Famer without Chef.
Draymond Green is a Hall of Famer. You think
He's
he's a Hall of
going to
Famer?
be. That's the problem. That's what
Y'all
I'm
think
telling
he
you.
is?
He's going to
You
be.
think Draymond gonna be with on
I don't
what
know.
aspect?
I don't know if
He's
I really
going to
think
be
he's
a Hall.
hurt.
I
I
agree.
agree. I agree with you in
I don't think
disregard for it.
I'm almost
But he's
positive
going to
getting
be a Hall of Famer
He's
based on his career. He's going to be.
and just being a pillar on
Robert
that
Horry
team.
not a Hall of Famer. Robert
being
Horry
a
got
pillar
more
on that
rings than
team.
both of them. Robert Horry always
Draymond
clutch.
Green also got some defensive player of the years and throw him in there. Oh, he got some all-star. I don't think Robert Horry was
Let's
ever
go,
all-star.
Maxie. Let's do this.
Uh,
I'm sorry,
saying,
y'all,
it's
but they
quite
got a
possible.
chance to win this joint without Embiid. Let's
Bucket.
go.
Hey! Oh,
Come on, dog.
You with the heart. They're your best bet. That's
Yeah.
the only person cooking.
no, I go back to Max.
He's tripping. He
My
got
fault, y'all. It's fourth quarter,
Yeah.
and they about to win this joint without Embiid. So I'm
chill.
there. It is. You better freaking make it. Let's go.
He got like 40.
He's
Yeah, what
rolling.
y'all talking about?
Yo, he rolling right now. And they in Boston. Say something. They in Boston right now.
Guess what?
No, go back to your original question. Go back to your
Don't talk
original
too heavy
question.
yet. Let's just
Go back to your original question. Can they win this without
Can
Embiid?
they win this out?
I said they got a chance.
They got a
I'm
chance,
still
man.
gonna say no.
And then when the B
Embiid coming back.
stuff things change.
I think they got a
They
chance.
having a hot game. They're doing
The fact
exactly
that they
what need to
doing
do.
the fact that they this close against Boston, bro, at Boston, that's what that means. That also makes a difference. They at Boston.
Listen, they're doing exactly what they need to do.
It's
this
still
game.
6 minutes left. This
Yeah.
shit
It
They're
is.
doing exactly
Right.
what they need to do in
Absolutely
this
right.
game.
But they
We're
shouldn't
gonna have
be
to
this
see
close.
what's happening.
Technically,
later.
for real, for real.
Playoffs, baby.
But they should.
I feel like it should
Bro.
always be this close.
No, every year the Sixers are never this close to Boston in the playoffs.
I feel like always
Without
come down
Embiid.
to the wire.
Without Embiid, no, they're not. Not this close. Not like this.
I'm talking about Chef.
All right, then they foul.
What are you talking about Chef for? Don't nobody care. Listen,
You should.
he has revolutionized
So what's your
shooting.
question?
He's
Like,
revolutionized
I'm
shooting.
just saying, like I
He
feel
still
like
wants to
I
do
feel like
this-
people
He
said that
wants
was
to do this
crazy.
Steph, he still want to do the Steph and Kobe argument.
I feel like if Steph somehow finds a way to win a championship and MVP, now you're talking about him in top 3. It's gonna be Mike, LeBron, Chef. And if he wins one more and an MVP, now
You
it's
probably
Mike,
could
LeBron,
argue that.
Chef.
You knew
Does
he
he
was
does he go above LeBron?
freaking defense? We're on defense at.
That's a good ass
If he
question.
wins
man.
one more, does he go above LeBron? Because the reason like a lot of shit is over achievements. So if we're going achievements.
I mean, if he goes above LeBron, that means in their playoff
No,
career.
no.
Wait. If he does win another championship, and this is a hypothetical,
He's higher than LeBron.
that means he's 4-for-1 against LeBron in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Wait,
you know
yeah.
people got more rings than LeBron.
I'm talking about not playing against
This
him.
boy is on fire right now, dog.
That's
He's
not-
he
you got a
is
little snap.
on fire.
That means he's 4-for-1 against LeBron in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right.
I need Maxie to get hot.
That means he has the same amount. If he has the same amount of MVPs,
Right.
he has the same amount of championships. He has the same amount of finals
Why did
MVPs.
they start?
Yo, they're not playing no defense. It's freaking driving me crazy.
I
I'm
know,
sorry,
I know.
bro.
It's hard.
Yo,
It's
just
hard.
pissing me off, dog. Cause like, yo,
Everybody just
they
stopped.
can win this freaking game. They
Never
just
play
play defense,
They
dog.
not-
Like
they all in foul trouble though.
Never play defense.
You're right.
Jesus. I'm
I'm with
sorry.
you. And
What are we talking about?
I'm saying you said
Or MVP.
Ryan said I say if Steph wins,
Jeez, he almost made that joke.
Yo, my Yahoo Sports is crazy
Hey.
because it's my score is 107, 102 with 504 left.
Yeah,
That's
you probably
true.
it's
That's true.
probably behind. I'm probably behind.
No, this joint is 504, 504. There you go. I'm just
I'm probably behind on
no,
the
no,
log.
no.
Look, there go they. There
Now
go they.
Tatum goes now.
They
Now.
a superstar.
Shit
Yeah,
is different.
if that happens, then
Yo, why they talking? Why they over
Yo,
here talking to the bench? You don't get your fucking baby fucking
Yo,
kneecaps
try-
away from
Embiid
that
needs
shit.
to realize if he steps on the court, he will get suspended.
He's on the court.
Yo, nobody touched him though.
No.
Oh no, he hit him in the nuts. He hit him. He gave him a check
Oh,
shot.
He's a fucking. That's some
Yeah.
pussy ass shit, bro.
how they all do it. They all do it
Yeah.
now.
I fucking
Yeah,
hate it.
They all do it.
But
Yeah,
you gotta
they all
sit on
do
the
it.
ground for that long to cry about the shit. Get the
You ever
fuck
get-
up.
you ever get-
Get the call and get up.
You ever get
LeBron
punched
was
in the
on
nuts,
national
Ryan?
No,
TV.
like you hit in the nuts.
Like,
You're
bring it real y'all back
hit
in,
in the
real
nuts
back
and
in.
fucking, like,
Let's keep moving. Let's keep
All
moving.
right, go ahead.
Let's talk about Denver. Talk about playoff
I ain't
Jamal
gonna lie.
Murray.
It's a competition now.
Listen, Denver. I do not watch Denver. I don't like to watch Denver.
Who won that
This-
game? One
Denver.
was it close?
My ninja.
Not
I ain't-
really.
No, it wasn't. You know
Jamal
why?
Murray went snack.
Playoff Jamal Murray
It
is
was
a
Phoenix, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't close.
no
I think he won by 8.
What happened to KD?
125,
ball.
107.
because playoff Jamal Murray
Give him
is
38.
like playoff Jimmy.
125, 107.
Yeah, no, they bombed him. They bombed him. Like they bombed him.
And Jamal got 38.
38.
Jamal, this is
34.
34. The
Durant,
series before
29.
that, 38, 40. Like
So he on something different.
he back.
He on the tear.
He back.
Got the
Durant
one. You got the
29.
leg sleeve.
What KD talking about?
I
He
don't
hit
know.
29.
Well, it's all about Booker. Yeah, KD is a Booker thing.
What Booker get?
That's the thing. It's a Booker.
Ain't that shot for shot between Booker and Maul though? Ain't that 1-to-1? Ain't it the Booker? Ain't it the Booker and Murray show? Ain't it the Booker?
I ain't gonna lie. Once he got hurt, it's like, oh, we all forgot about
Booker at
So
27.
who's better, Booker or Murray?
Booker at 27.
Who better, Booker or Murray?
Booker.
Healthy?
Booker.
Who's better, Booker or Murray?
I said it 5 times.
It's definitely Booker.
Booker. Like, what are y'all talking about?
That way
Okay,
better.
I feel like
Not way better, but he's better.
Yeah, he's better. Wait,
He's
he's
not
better
way
than
better.
better
I
than
feel
Murray.
like
Booker is better than Murray.
It's hard to say that if Murray dropping 38 on.
I would say this.
I feel like it's not hard to say at all.
Yo, Booker been doing this all year.
Yeah,
Is that
this is
different?
Brand new.
I think I've gotten to the point where I think Booker gets too much credit
How?
because he falls apart and when he fell apart against last year, right? He's falling like he's getting outplayed this year.
How you gonna play? You're not gonna play this shit. He the reason they won the last series. Are you paying attention to this?
You know,
Are you
the reason
paying
they won the last series is because
attention?
nobody played.
What you mean nobody played?
Kawhi was out, Paul George was out.
And guess who
That's the
carried?
reason why they played.
And guess who
And
carried?
they still
Phoenix?
took him 6.
Guess who carried Phoenix? Devin Booker. What are you talking about?
Kenny averaged 30.
He did not average no 30. What are you talking about? I'm pretty sure he did. Devin Booker averaged 36. Pretty sure that much. He's the reason why. It ain't got nothing to do with
Here's the thing.
average 35. Devin Booker averaged 35 in the playoffs.
Yo,
Booker.
fucking Denver was just shooting though. You motherfuckers missing a lot.
You got
they won, but
did
they
anybody see Phoenix still winning the series?
their percentages.
You do?
Yeah, I like Phoenix going to.
I do. I actually do too.
To the championship.
Because I'm still not. I
I
don't think Jamal Murray is.
I
enough.
don't.
I don't
You
either.
know why?
Why?
You gotta rely on Kevin Durant.
That I think that's a great thing to rely on. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, Tucker
Okay.
did that.
I ain't gonna lie.
Tucker, that was a
Tucker
dirty
said,
play. He probably should get suspended for that. I
He
ain't
did.
gonna
He
lie.
didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah, he did. I was 6 feet.
Well, you gotta see it from the aerial view.
It's all right, man. Do it again. Fuck that motherfucker. Do it again.
And they got the ball back.
Let's take it to Chris Squad, man. Let's talk about the New York
I
Knickerbockers.
know we ain't have. a
And let's talk about
game,
playoff Jimmy.
man. We ain't have a
Playoff
good game. Jimmy's
Playoff
different.
Jimmy.
man.
He's different, right?
Playoff Jimmy.
I don't like how you said Jimmy that many times, but I'm gonna let it slide.
I appreciate you letting me slide.
Jimmy.
You want to let him slide on
I'll just say, yeah, that was kind of. Bias is running around the court. Oh my goodness. My man just rolled around.
Yeah.
He ran around the whole court.
Finally. Yo, let me ask you this.
No, playoff Jimmy. Listen, playoff Jimmy.
Uh-huh.
Game 6 Clay. Game 7 Steph.
Fourth quarter Fox is the thing.
Fourth quarter Fox.
Put it out there.
Playoff Jamal Murray. They all like real. They make real things.
There's certain level of players that ratchet their game up when the playoffs hit.
Yes, get
And
superstar.
it makes all the sense.
Not even it's
No, that's when you become a superstar.
It makes all the sense in the world, though. And it gives you what you. I mean, I think
Let me say that.
everybody needs that on their team. Everybody needs
Gotta have somebody.
somebody that ratchets up
Yeah.
at a moment or ratchets up in a series. That ratchets up like playoff Jimmy is that. You need that so you know. Listen, we're gonna go all out
Oh, they didn't give it to
for
you.
as much as we can
Yeah,
get,
they did.
and then boom, like we know that this guy's gonna turn it on. Like
Absolutely.
I think the team
Absolutely.
needs that to rally behind at some point.
Absolutely.
Like everybody needs something, and it's working
Yeah,
out.
anybody nobody gonna mention the Lakers?
What hurt us in? I mean, what hurt us in New York that Julius didn't play.
Mhm.
So I mean, took off. Oh my God, that was a good pass, God.
Yes.
Pass. I ain't gonna lie.
Also,
But
Spice.
if what's called is hurt, then we can even. I think we can even series up because Julius playing this next game.
let's all make our picks on these current playoffs. Let's see where we all at. Let's see where we land. Let's start with the New York Knicks and the Cleveland Cavaliers. For everybody liking the game of 7.
We beat them already.
Yeah, you mean Knicks Heat?
Knicks.
Sorry,
Knicks Heat.
I apologize. No disrespect.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't,
I ain't gonna lie to you.
What?
I like the Heat.
You like the Heat? You like playoff Jimmy?
I ain't gonna lie. Like Knicks is my team, but they are.
I'll
Here's the
take the
crazy
Heat.
thing. When I look at the Heat, Now that Tyler Hero is out for months, and
What is up?
Bam, they got Bam out of bio. I think the Knicks are a better team. I'm gonna take the Knicks. I'm gonna take the Knicks in 7
Over who?
over the Heat.
Heat is gritty.
Y'all be
Gritty.
hurt Bucks. Hurt guys.
Yeah, and they playing a hurt. They playing a hurt.
You ain't a hurt Heat.
Miami.
Yeah, that's true too.
If Jimmy's hurt,
Overtime win. I might have to go to the Knicks. I might go to the Knicks, Chris.
I like
Like the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I want to see it. I ain't gonna. I want to see it.
I might.
But
like
Jimmy
the Knicks.
just finds a way. Like
But he finds a way to fuck it up too.
not Jimmy. Oh, they called offensive foul.
What? Oh wow.
Now you just cheat.
They about to get a technical because they didn't want to get the ball up.
But how they call that?
He tried to get the ball. The ball was in his face.
Daryl, who you got, Daryl? We
I got
look
Miami.
at.
I got Miami.
Yeah, we the offensive foul at.
It's offensive foul.
No, it's not. He uses
He can't
he-
hit you in the
What
ball.
you mean? He
the
didn't.
ball.
What are you doing? He's walking. What you talking about? That's not offensive foul.
That's a step.
What
It's,
you talking
it's a
about?
no call at best.
He's taking a step.
Absolutely.
It's
Okay,
no
that's
call.
fair.
But the crazy thing is they called that in a playoff game.
Yeah, that's not a foul at all.
How could he avoid that contact?
And I ain't even six.
What else? What else we got? We got Sixers in Boston.
On the pass.
Defense is trash, bro. They're killing it.
Sixers versus Boston. Who we like?
I like Boston.
I like the Sixers.
I like the Sixers.
Screw all you freaking.
I can't pick
Thompson.
against the Sixers right now.
You can't pick
I
against the Sixers.
And this is a
bro.
biased pick. I can't do it.
I'm
I'll
not
score.
picking against the
Even if my pick wills them to win, I look at it like that.
Nah.
They got
Lakers.
James Harden, but that defense ain't work.
Lakers versus Golden State.
Go to State.
Golden State. But I want the Lakers to win, but Golden State.
I don't want the Lakers to win.
This is going to be Golden State. Unless LeBron says, you know what?
Unless Steph
I'm
Curry
tired.
comes out and calls LeBron old, and then we got fucking game.
I don't think Steph. I don't think Steph gives a fuck.
Yeah, I guess this is tough.
It is a tough. I ain't hold you. It's a tough series.
It is. No, it's gonna be a good one too.
I guess Golden State.
I think Golden State's a 6 though.
I think it's gonna go 7.
I think it's going to go 7 as well.
I think
It's going to go 7.
no matter who wins, I think it's going 7.
God, yo,
And last but not least,
Oh, you got to finish it.
Denver
All right, we're gonna lose
versus
this
Phoenix.
We're going to lose this show now.
Yeah,
Hey, come on.
goes in.
No, it's hard trying
Denver.
to win this show by itself.
Denver?
Denver.
You-
Yep.
So wait, real
I
quick.
got Denver as well.
I'm gonna put the dynamic
I
out
got
here.
Denver.
Joel wins MVP, but Joker makes it further him in the playoffs.
Don't matter.
Does that change it? No, I'm talking about in terms of the criticism. Because the criticism behind Joker winning MVPs was he
Doesn't
couldn't
matter.
make it. Wait, let me finish my statement.
He couldn't make it out.
He couldn't make it out the first round. So now he doesn't win MVP. Somebody else wins MVP, and he makes it further than that player. Does that then?
They both make the same.
But you got him. What? Let's say if he makes it past Phoenix.
Oh my God.
All that,
But he
bro.
literally had a better game.
Oh my
Or
goodness,
he
bro.
definitely had a better season.
See, this is
He
their
had a
fault.
better
They
season.
called the
Embiid.
one
Embiid had
foul,
a
but
way
then
better
didn't
season,
call
more
that.
dominant
That's out of
season.
control.
So as
They
you
gotta
can see,
call that.
as you
They
can
gotta
see
do
right
that.
now, we're fully invested in this game.
Yo,
I'm gonna just sign
they're
off so
not
we can watch
calling
this
the
last
freaking
2 minutes.
fouls, bro. This is
We
freaking out of
appreciate your
control.
patience. This is Wings Whiskey and Sports
Appreciate
Catches
it.
every
Stop
Monday.
freaking cheating.
Same bat
Ain't
channel,
called
same
that
bat time. One time for the one time.